Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to this. We started boiling yesterday at 9 a.m. and it's about noon the next day. I've had this puppy rolling all but for like 4 hours last night. I went to bed at 2, and turned everything down. I filled it up for the night so it could slow roll for the 4 hours. But I got up at 6 and started it back up. Needless to say, I'm a little whooped, but we had another 40 some gallons in the buckets this morning, so I went and collected those. I spared you that, but Jed told me that since this is going to take another whole day, I should probably get something done while I'm out here. Let's do our first spring project while we're maple syruping. Hey everybody, want to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Anker Sollex. Make sure you check out the sale prices that are going on during the 2025 spring sale. They won't last long, so make sure you check them out quick. The links are in the description box below. They sent us the F3800 Plus, so the Anker Sollex F3800 Plus is the most accessible whole home backup power system. We've had it for a couple weeks now. We use it in the cabin. The nice thing about this unit, it's got a ton of power. It's got 3,840 watt hours of EV grade LiFePO4 batteries. Those batteries will last over 3,000 cycles to 80% capacity. It also has a huge inverter. It'll handle 6,000 continuous watts and it'll surge up to 9,000 watts. It can run 100% of your home appliances, your washer, dryer, and stovetop, no problem. Here we've used it to run the whole mini cabin. We could run our oven, we can run our lights. If you're using it to build, you can use any saw you like. Tabletop saws, circular saws, air compressors, nailers, and more. Use the F3800 Plus for whole home power cycling, or use a transfer switch to run your critical loads during a power outage. Or you can easily combine two F3800 Pluses with the Anker Sollex double power hub. And this gives you a NEMA L1450 outlet to use for your higher power devices and appliances. One of my favorite parts of the Anker Sollex F3800 Plus is its improved solar capacity. You can charge it with the voltage range between 11 and 165 volts. This large range makes it very versatile, so you can charge it with a variety of panels. You could use Anker Sollex panels, rigid or portable, or you can use your own. It charges easily and quickly with solar, using its ultra-high variant plug. It could also accept up to 3,200 watts of solar. It has 2 solar plugs, so we could put 2 arrays, 1,600 watts each. And like you'll see here, I have a 400 watt portable panel hooked up to it, and we can charge it as we use it. If the 3,840 watt hours of EV grade LiFePO4 batteries isn't enough, rest assured you could add expandable battery packs, up to 6 of them. And you can have over 23,000 watt hours of storage capacity. The F3800 Plus is a beast. It comes in at 137 pounds. But don't worry, it's got 4 wheels. Those 4 wheels make it very portable. It's also got a retractable handle on top to help pull it around. The Anker Sollex F3800 Plus also is split phase. You can run 240 volt using the NEMA L1430 outlet. This makes it compatible with 100% of the appliances in your home. Like I said earlier, we're going to use this unit in the mini cabin. It's going to be our primary power source out here. It can hook up its own individual solar array to charge the Anker Sollex F3800 Plus. And they're offering some fantastic deals during the 2025 spring sale. The links will be in the description box below to make it easy for you to find. And no worries, you got a 5-year warranty with your purchase. So thanks guys for letting me tell you about the Anker Sollex F3800 Plus, and thank you Anker Sollex for sponsoring this video.
Alright guys, today we are gonna get the soffits done on the mini cabin. So that's exciting because that will block it all in and make it insect proof. Making Jay do all these little tedious things during the springtime. Soffits. We're going to be doing trim here eventually in the next couple weeks in the cabin, right? He's fighting it, but I'm making him do it.
Well, this just needs to be done so squirrels and mice don't start living in our roof. There's no signs that they have gotten in there, so that's good.
Yes, which is good because it was all winter long that it was exposed. Yeah. So
we had the cabin soffits open like that too for like a year or two. So this is something easy we can do while I'm sitting here watching syrup anyway, or sap anyway, right?
Yep.
Get something done, right?
Yes.
And I can nail some of this siding. Come check this out. So the siding has been on here for what?
Did it in like October, so
6 months, 5 months, 6 months.
5 months, 4 or 5 months.
So this should be dried out. I think it's a better time to do this now than to wait too long. Like we waited 2 to 3 years to do it to ours, and it got really curly. Like it curled more than I wanted. This is starting to curl a little bit, but I think now it's dry enough to where we could double nail it. Because we don't nail the top, or we don't nail the top and bottom because we don't want it to shrink and split. So we leave the bottoms exposed till it dries, and then we'll just push this in. So we'll probably do this too while I have the nail gun out here, and while we're doing it, right?
Yep.
So hit those all, get the ladders here, do this side real quick and easy, and get this off. See.
And the other side of soffits will get done once we get the deck on that side done.
Yeah.
Because Jay doesn't want to be up on a ladder really high.
That's also why we scammed you on our full time-lapse video that nobody watched, that I worked so hard on. So if you missed our time-lapse video, check that out. You know, those videos are kind of like our bread and butter videos, and nobody watches them because you guys have watched this whole build. But that helps us if you watch them, because then it shows other people that it's a good video.
Shows YouTube.
Yeah, and if you don't watch it, then YouTube's not going to show it to the new people, then our channel can't grow. So so if you guys could watch that time-lapse video we did of the entire cabin, mini cabin, I'd appreciate it, because like I said, those are the videos that help your channel grow if they could get shown out there. And that's why we need you guys, and we appreciate you. But we kind of scammed that time-lapse too, is because we didn't get the back done.
So the sawmill is down the hill, and we're gonna get that uncovered once all the snow melts, and we're gonna cut some poplar trees down and get some more siding milled, and we're gonna get decking boards milled.
So once the deck's done, we'll get the back done, and we'll get the deck done. So it's exciting stuff. There's gonna be a lot of syrup there, I think.
As long as you don't overboil it and make a volcano.
Yeah, there's 150 gallons of sap in this batch. I mean,
so
we have it. That should give me at least 3 gallons. Good sugar maples give you a 40-to-1 ratio of syrup. So for 40 gallons of sap that you boil down, you get a gallon of syrup. So if that was the case, we get 4 gallons, right? 4-ish.
3.5,
Yeah. 3.5 to 4 gallons of syrup. But we have a mixture of trees. Some of them are up here, most of them up here, sugar maples, but I tap a few like different types of maples down by camp now. So those have a little lower sugar content in them, or percentage. So I say 50 to 1. So if we do 150 gallons of sap, and that's a pretty good estimate. Like I said, we don't measure it by the ounce or weigh it or anything like that, but we should get 3 to 4 gallons of syrup out of this, I hope. As long as it goes well. Alright. Looks good. Smells good. Jen said I smelled good for the first time in months last night. Why was that?
Because he smelled like syrup
Smelled like maple syrup, so I didn't stink.
for once in his life.
Alright. Enough horsing around. Let's get something done.
You're so lucky you married somebody that's so funny. Anybody else would get rid of you.
Anybody else married to a comedian and feel my pain?
Anybody else married to a crybaby?
There's a lot of crybabies in the world. I'm one of them. Alright guys, here we are wrapping up on day 2 of maple syrup. To be honest, I'm pretty tired. We're going on 36 hours with 1 4-hour break. And, you know, doing maple syrup isn't a full-time job, but it's a 90% full-time job. If you leave it alone, it works, but it isn't as efficient, so it takes longer. I figure we get today's harvest done in 5 to 6 hours, and it's now I think 6 or 7 o'clock, probably more like 7, and we're still boiling. I still got 15 gallons left, so sorry to drag this on any more than we need to, but we got a little bit done today. We got quite a bit done today. Things didn't go quite as we planned or hoped for. We did some soffits. I figured that would be like a 2-hour, slow pace, easy to do job. And the stuff we had ended up being like rain guard, which I thought I could make it work, but the more I thought about it and the more I struggled with it, it was plastic. I thought, you know what, mice and squirrels can chew through that no problem. So I went up to my buddy John's. He had a piece of soffit material that he had left over, and he offered it up to me, and I jumped at the opportunity. We made it work. It's metal. Critters can't chew through it so easily, and we're good to go on this side. We're probably going to get some brown paint, put a little brown or a tan, something to match the siding. But yeah, we did good. Looks good. Check it out. This is going to keep critters and bugs from crawling up into the ceiling and air ventilation area up in the mini cabin. Again, it's not perfect. You know, we try to do things on a budget here. We try to work with what we have. In this case, we worked with some material that was left over. and we used some trim and a few boards that we had from an earlier project. So pretty cool, pretty excited to have this side done. Jen mentioned earlier in the video, I don't know if it came up, but this back portion of the cabin and the other side with the soffit material with the ventilation will get done once we get the deck done. This is probably going to be the first project we tackle here in the spring because we're excited to get this deck done. It'll create a nice little wraparound area here, keep us out of the dirt like I'm standing in right now, and it'll allow us to knock out the back siding and the soffit on the other side. If I did the soffit on the other side right now, I'd be 15 to 20 feet up in the air. So you can see this huge incline or decline down into the valley. I would rather stand on a nice flush deck or level deck and only be up 8 feet off the ground or off the deck rather than, 15 feet. So that'll make it for a nice easy job. I'm excited to get this deck done. Once the ground thaws out, we got 3 more posts to put in, a few supporting braces, and we'll be rocking and rolling. Snow's melting quick here, guys. Should be gone after the next couple days, but the ground will take a few more weeks to thaw out. So stick with us. We'll get some cool projects going on here pretty soon, and we appreciate you sticking with us. And thank you, Anker Sollex, for sponsoring today's video. Check out the deals on that 2025 spring sale they have going on. Links are in the description box below. Thanks for hanging out with us during this video, guys. We appreciate ya. I know these are little projects, but we're just pecking away at stuff until we can get back in the swing of things. We have a couple big projects that we're excited to do this summer, and we hope you guys stick with us. So like, comment, subscribe, and we'll hit you in the next video. Best wishes.